All right, here we are aboard Mighty Sparrow, and we are hove-to and preparing for the incoming Tropical Storm Wanda. This is 2022, and we are in the eastern side of the Atlantic Ocean, pretty much all by our lonesome. But I've got a triple reefed mainsail up, as well as a backwinding small storm jib. So I still have my Dodger up. It's obviously not all that bad quite yet. Later on in the night, I will fold that down and lash it to the deck because the waves and everything got pretty fierce. But very small sails set, and that's mostly just to hold the boat in position as best as possible. We're barely moving at all, maybe a knot, knot and a half, and that's about it. And that's how Sparrow can maintain about 60 degrees or so from the wind and waves. I've got my running backstay on there just to make sure it's giving the mast a little bit of extra stability and keeping the mast from pumping. But I'm going to go around the deck now and essentially just take a look at everything before I go down below and have dinner and then get ready for the real excitement to begin. But I do want to inspect every last bolt and screw that I have on the boat, and this just takes a good glance, a good once over, to make sure nothing's chafing and nothing is getting worked loose. There's the gooseneck right there. Everything looks to be okay. We got our storm jib right there and our staysail last onto the deck. Essentially, I like to keep everything as simple as humanly possible. The less complicated a system can be on a boat, the better chance it's not going to have an issue later on. The goal here really is to not have to do this in the middle of the night and in the dark and wonder why something is not working. I want to make sure everything looks okay before I head down below so that I can spend the remainder of the storm comfortably down below in my bunk, ready to come up if I have to, but hopefully not having to at all. So obviously nothing on the forestay so that I don't have to go out on that bowsprit. You can see again, we're barely moving. Looking back, got a few halyards. My main halyard is mostly on the deck. The rest of that line is leftover reefing line, so it all just stays right on the deck. I find that not coiling it all nice and neat and tidying it up, that makes it so I can grab it. It's a lot faster. I've never had issues with that in over 100,000 miles at sea. So you can hold the comments about tidying up my lines because I've never had to. Back in the cockpit, this is where we do want to keep everything nice, tidy, and ready to go. The scuppers in that footwell, we want to make sure the water can get out quickly. Got the second solar panel lashed down nice and tight. And everything else is pretty much ready to go at a moment's notice. Again, just the smallest sails that I can have up. I just want to keep the boat as sound as possible as far as not rolling back and forth, so it's got enough sail area, but we can also handle quite a bit of wind at this point with that triple reef main and the storm jib. But looking forward, again, it's a nice ride. It's not too bad. I'm probably not going to have the worst evening, but eventually once the winds kick up into the 50s, it does get pretty intense, and it was a bit of a sleepless night out there. But for all intents and purposes, Mighty Sparrow did a great job going through this, and we lived to sail another day. Thanks for watching.